Hi everybody, in this video we're going to talk about some of the research skills and resources and strategies that you may wish to use as you are preparing your speeches in the remainder of the semester. So just as a brief overview and a reminder, we are on the library's website, library.noctrl.edu, and we're going to scroll down and visit the Card 102 Research Guide, because that's where we need to be when we're talking about the content for this particular tutorial. So a little bit farther down the library's webpage, we're going to use the Course Research Guides link. Click on that tab, and then we're going to use the Card 102 guide. So from here, this first page may look familiar. You can see I'm frozen in mid-jazz hands because that's how I like to do things. But we're actually going to step away from this welcome tab over to speech resources and topic development, because I want to make sure that you have the resources that you need all in one place as you're preparing for your speeches. So here there's a lot of text, just a general overview, but the basics of what we're going to be talking about are that you, in creating your speech, whether it be drafting the outline, doing the speech writing process, just even beginning the pieces of, I have a topic, but I'm not sure how I want to address it in the 5 to 7 to 8 minutes that I have to talk about something, you're still going to want to use a variety of types of evidence or resources, depending on how your professor labels it. But some of the more common ones that we may see are scholarly sources, maybe a peer-reviewed journal article, maybe a book chapter from a book written by an expert in a particular research area. News sources are also really heavily used in speech writing and speech craft. You may also want to use quality internet resources, specifically maybe from government agencies or offices, whether it be local, state, federal, even international non-governmental organizations, relief agencies. You may also want to use polling data to see how the American public or any group of people feel about a particular issue and what their response is and what the survey data says about that. So we have a variety of resources available to you on this particular tab to get you to those types of resources that could be useful. There are also a couple of short videos that walk you through two specific types of resources. The general content that we went over in our introductory session when you watched that first series of Cardinal Search videos, that takes care of the scholarly sources. So looking for scholarly articles or searching for books in the library's catalog. Those are videos you can revisit if you feel that it's useful to have kind of a refresher there. But here we also have linked the two videos that talk about two of our newspaper databases that could be particularly useful for you if you know that you are required to use a journalistic source in your speech craft. And then also a short video on government sites and information and how to focus your internet searching on particular domains and why that can be significant for you. So those videos are there. There's also a worksheet at the bottom of this main box on the Card 102 guide that is a topic development worksheet, because you may have an idea for a speech or a presentation, but one of the toughest things sometimes is actually figuring out what are the aspects that are the most important for you as you are developing it in order to share it with your audience. How do you best want to convey the information? So in thinking about that, the worksheet that I have attached to this particular session or this particular group of videos takes you through the steps of thinking about your topic. What is something that's interesting to you? What is something that's meaningful for you? If you've already chosen the topic, who are the stakeholders related to the topic? Who are the people that are making decisions or impacted by the decisions made by other people? What are some examples of successes or challenges that we already know about? The more you can think about your topic in that way and think about the various aspects underneath the topic, you'll have more search terms to work with as you move through the process, and answering those questions for yourself as you think about what you want to do with a particular speech topic or within a particular presentation. That can help give you some structure if you're not entirely sure how to get to the point where you're sharing that information with people. So you've got this topic development worksheet. Take a look at it. run through it as you need to do with, based on the requirements from your professor. Give yourself that opportunity to work with the topic and think about it as deeply as possible, because once you give yourself that opportunity to work deeply with a topic and think about the different aspects that you might be interested in, you can take those answers that you complete on this worksheet and use those as search terms in the library's resources, in an internet search, looking at newspaper databases for related articles. And it's just something to help guide you and help give you a little bit of structure as you move forward, so you're not just feeling like you're searching into the void for particular types of evidence to help support you. So as always, if you have any questions about your research process, you can contact me, send me an email, enicholson@noctrl.edu. Also, I know we've been doing a lot of things online this fall, but please stop by the library if you have time. Just as a reminder, my office is right next to the large computer lab. You can stick your head in and say, hey, I'm in card 102. I just had a quick question about, whatever speech you're working on or presentation, and we can go from there. So thanks everybody, and good luck as you're working on these speeches and presentations.